Academy. You know, today we are going to look at another special topic. The previous class we looked at look at digit, and we said digit is a figurative expression of numbers, and said there are only 10 digits in the whole wide world, which range from 0 to 9, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So these are the 10 digits which serve as a building block for all other arithmetic words. Yes, I said as we count from 0 to 9, we go back to 0, 1, 2 again. From 9, we reach 9, we come down 0 to 9, like 20, 21, 22. When we get to 29, we move to 3 and 0, which 30, like that, like that, like that. Now, and also look at the laws of 0. With my 0, I am an hero. 0 happen to be a very wonderful numbers, and it's something that none of us can jettison that fact that 0 is an amazing number. And look at some laws of 0. Say any positive number root power of 0 is 1, like that, like that. So you can watch the previous video if you really need it. So let's move. Today we are going to look at in our mathematics adventure. Today we're looking at multiplying numbers by 5, by 25, and by 125. And this is very simple. It's a very simple trick, but before I move further, I want to clarify some issue. When you look at this 5 is 5 to the power 1 will give me 5. Now look at it, 5 to the power 2, which will give me 25, and 5 to the power 3 will give me 125. Now look at it. Now just look at it. It's following the rules, very simple rules. To get it, you get it all. You understand me? So now we are going to learn how to multiply number by 5, 25, and by 125. So we are going to be using some of this principle to sort out the issue. So let's move to the first slide. Multiplying numbers by 5. So let's take a look at the rule. When multiplying any number by 5, add 0 to the front of the number and divide it by 2. So when multiplying any number by 5, add 0 to the front of the number and divide it by 2. So let's take for example, let's have 9 multiplied by 5. Now the law is very simple. The law is saying that add 0 to the back of this 9. That is, we are multiplying it by 10. When you have 0 to the back of this 9, that is, we multiply the number by 10. And we know that 5 is a half of 10. So we have to divide our answer by 2. We need to divide the answer by 2. That's why what we first did is that we multiply the number by 10, then we divide it by 2, because 5 is a half of 10. So when multiplying a number by 5, add 0 to the front of the number. That just means you multiplied it by 10 and then you divide it by 2, because since 5 is a half of 10. So let's divide this by 2. This will give us, look at it. Now look at it. 2 here is gone. Then 2 in 9. 2 in 9 is 4. Remainder 1 is 4. Remainder 1. So we'll carry the 1 over. We'll carry the 1 over to the next digit, which is 0, which make it 10. So how many times can 2 go in 10? It's 5. So the answer is simply 45. Do you see that? So 9 times 5 only give us 45. I can say 90, half of 90 is 45. I believe that is clear enough. Let's take further examples. So let's take other examples. Let's pick another number, two-digit number. Let's say we have 11 multiplied by 5. What are we going to do in this case? What we need to do is as simple as that. What we do is our law say we have 0 to the back of this number to be having 110. What do? Divide it by 2, because we just multiply 11 by 10 give us 110. Then we divide it by 2 because 5 is half of 10. So we start by saying this. Okay, 2 here is gone, 2 here is 1. Now 2 in 11, how many times can 2 go in 11? I think 5. 2 times 5 is 10, right? 2 times 5 is 10. So it's going to be 11 minus 10 will give me 1. So it means that 1. So we'll carry the 1 up and move the 0 to the front. You get it? Yes, carry the 1, move the 0 to the front. And what do you have? 10. How many times can 2 go in 10? To go 5 times. So bring the 5 here. So the answer is 55. Our answer is what? 55. It's as simple as that. Very simple, very simple. You don't need to bother yourself too much. Just know your number. You can multiply number by 2, divide by 2. It's very simple. So let's move to the next example. Let's pick another somewhat stubborn let's pick work like let's say we have work like 37 multiplied by 5. 37 multiplied by 5. What do? We write 370 divide by 2, which is our law, right? That's the law. So what do? Divide the number by 2. So we have to divide the number by 2. So let 2 go here. Number is 1. 2 in, now we take it one after the other. How many times can 2 go in 3? 2 go in 3 in 1. That will be 3 minus 2, because 2 times 1 is what? Is 2. So remainder 1. So what do? Now carry the 1 over 1, and I bring my 7. You can see I'll bring my 7 to the back of the 1. So how many times can 2 go in 17? 2 times 8 is 16. So good. 8 can go 8 times, remainder 1, right? 8 times, we are going to be 17 minus 16, because 2 times 8 is 16. So the answer will be 1. So I'm left with remainder 1. So that remainder 1 will bring this 0 down. So how many times can 2 go in 10? Is 5. So the answer is going to be 185. So 37 times 5 is 185. I believe we are getting this. Some very simple tricks. Just know how to divide and carry if possible. Yeah. So let's take more examples. Let's take a number like 90. Let's take a number like 99. Let's say 99 times 5. It's a very simple work. 99 times 5. What do we do here? What we need to do right now is to add our 9, then have 0 to the back of this 9, then divide it by 2. Yes, so if we divide it by 2, we go on with our division. So definitely 2 can go into 2 in 9. How many times can 2 go in 9? Is 4, remainder 1. 4 remainder 1, because 2 times 4 is 8. 9 minus 8 is 1. So I'll move my 1 here, carry my 9 up. Yes. Now what do I do again? How many times can 2 go in 19? Now 2 times 9 is 18. So 18. 2 times 9 is 18. And I say 19 This one now will 19 minus 18 is 1. So I'll have remainder what? Remainder 1. Remainder 1. I'll move this 0 to omit the 1 here. So the 0 will meet 1 here. So how many times can 2 go in 10? Is 5. So my answer will be 495. 495. So it goes on and goes on like that, like that. It's a very simple trick if you know your 2 times table. Okay, let's take more examples on that. I'll somewhat want to move up a little bit. Let's move to 3-digit number. Let's say, for example, we have 101 multiplied by 5. It's very simple. What you need to do is to write our answer, our number. What do you have? 101. We have 0 to the back of the number, then we divide it by 2. Now let's take it one after the other. Now 2 cannot go in 1, so but it can go in 10. So 2 in 10 is 5. So 5 times 2 is 10. So 10 minus 10 is 0. 10 minus 10 is 0. So definitely is 0 here. So 0, there's nothing. So we are going to, the next thing is to move to 1. 2 in 1. 2 in 1 is 0. It's impossible. 0 remainder 1. To be 0 remainder 1. 0 remainder 1. So we'll carry that remaining 1 to here because it's remainder 1. 0 because 2 times 0 is 0. So 1 minus 0 is 1. So we'll add the 1 to 10. So 2 in 10 is 5. So our answer is going to be 505. It's going to be 505. I believe we got that. Let's take more example on that. Maybe that's somehow difficult for you. Let's take one more example. Let's assume we have 6,610 multiplied by 5. Yes, 610 multiplied by 5. Simple. Write out your work. Write your 610, then add another 0, then divide it by 2. It's simple. Let's go. 2 in 6 is 3. Yes, 3 remainder 0. So nothing is remaining, so we move to 1. How many times can 2 go in 1? 0. 2 can go in 1. 0 remainder 1. So you carry that 1 up here, add it to this 0. So make it 10. 2 in 10 is what? Is 5. 2 times 5 is 10. So 10 minus 10 is 0. So you are left with the last 0. 2 in 0 is 0. So the answer will be 3,050. 3,050. I believe that you don't need to use your calculator. Use this method. It's very simple. It will save you some time, some stress, and like that. So let's take more examples on long number. Like, okay, see here we have class work to be done here. So you can try this. I think let me help you and do one of the class work. Let me try and do one of the class work. Let's take which one? The last one. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do that. So I'll do 2, 1, 1, 2, 3 times 5. I'll have 0 to the back. Then I'll divide by 2. I'll divide by 2. I think that will save me a lot of time. So what I'll do now is to divide my number by 2. So what I'm going to answer is 2 in 2 is 1. So 2 in 2 is 1. Now 2 in 1 is 0. Remainder 1. So I'll move it with this one. Turn to 11. 2 in 11 is 5. remainder 1, because 2 times 5 is 10. 11 minus 10 is 1, so put the 1 here. Now I turn to 12. 2 in 12 is 6, remainder 0. So 0, nothing. So 3, 2 in 3 is 1, remainder 1. So then 2 in 10 is 5. Simple. It's a very simple work. So please, it's a very simple work. I want you to try this class project, try this remaining one and see what you got. So there are a lot of them. 6 times 5, what will it give you? 49 times 5, what will it give you? 672 times 5, 9032 times 5. Please use the method. Show all your workings in your notebook. Show all your workings in your notebook. Please don't forget to write everything in your notebook as your guide, and show all your workings, you're carrying over and everything in your notebook as you submit. So I believe you have a nice time, and it has been my pleasure. So I still remain Mr. Promise, the Math Oracle. Mr. Promise, the Math Oracle. Please ensure you do your work, and don't forget to follow me. Follow us. We unveil the beauty of math. You can see, follow us. Our Facebook, Reality Math and Science Institute. Just like the page and join us in the group. My WhatsApp number is showing on the screen. My YouTube name is John Joseph Promise. So you can call me on that number, the Math Oracle. So I sign out. Please go and shine with your 5s.